Have you ever found yourself constantly stepping in to fix things for everybody else? Whether it's at work, in your family, or even in your friendship group, you are the go to person, the one that everyone relies on. But let's be honest, it's exhausting. You're mentally and emotionally drained, and you've started wondering, why do I feel like I have to solve everyone else's problems? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. This is something I come across all the time in my coaching practice, and it's what we're discussing in today's video. I'm Jo Banks. I spent almost 20 years as a senior HR professional before setting up my coaching practice 16 years ago now. And since then, I have worked with tens of thousands of people from all walks of life, and I am sharing what I know. Many of my clients, especially those in caring professions or leadership roles, fall into the pattern of being the fixer without even realizing it. But here's the good news: once you recognize what you're doing, you can start to change it. So, let's look at what's going on underneath, why you feel this way, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Where does the need to fix come from? At its core, the compulsion to fix other people's problems usually stems from early experiences. Many people who struggle with this learned, often in childhood, that their worth was linked to being helpful, needed, and dependable. Whether you were the responsible one in your family, the peacekeeper, or the one who soothed others when things got tense, you might have developed a belief, consciously or unconsciously, that it was your job to make things better. Over time, this belief becomes so ingrained that stepping in to fix things feels automatic. You might not even realize you're doing it until you are completely depleted and wondering why no one ever checks in on you. Here are some common underlying beliefs and behaviors that drive this fixer pattern. Number one, people pleasing. You don't want to upset anyone, so you step in to keep the peace or make things easier for others. Number two, perfectionism. You believe things that should be done properly, and so you take control to ensure a good outcome. Number three, fear of conflict. Solving problems preemptively feels safer than letting issues play out. Number four, control issues. It's easier to fix something yourself than tolerate the discomfort of watching someone struggle. Number five, self-worth tied to usefulness. You feel valued when you're helping others. It gives you a sense of purpose or identity. These patterns often develop when a child grows up in an emotionally unpredictable or unstable environment. When there's chaos, inconsistency, neglect, children can become hypervigilant and constantly scanning for signs of distress and stepping in to fix things to create a sense of safety for themselves. That learned hyper responsibility doesn't just go away when we become adults. The hidden cost of being the fixer. While helping others can feel good in the moment, consistently taking on everyone else's problems comes at a cost. It can lead to number one, burnout. You're mentally, emotionally, and physically drained from carrying too much. Number two, resentment. You start to feel unappreciated or taken for granted, or even angry that others don't reciprocate or appreciate. Number three, overfunctioning. You do too much while others do too little, creating an imbalance in relationships. Number four, disempowerment for others. When you fix everything, others don't learn to solve their own problems. Number five, loss of identity. You are so wrapped up in other people's lives that you lose touch with your own needs, wants, and goals. What starts off as a well meaning desire to help can quickly become a cycle that hurts both you and also the people that you're trying to support. It's a hard one, that. 4 steps to fixing the need to fix. Step 1, recognize the pattern. The first and most important step to changing this pattern is simply recognizing that you're doing it. This might sound obvious, but many people don't realize how often they jump in to rescue others. It can be so automatic that it feels like second nature. You might even feel guilty or anxious when you don't help, which is a very clear sign that something deeper is going on. Start by noticing situations where you offer solutions before someone's even asked for help. You feel anxious watching someone struggle or make mistakes. You take on responsibility for others' emotions or outcomes. You feel guilty when you set boundaries. You struggle to say no, even when you're overwhelmed. Once you see the pattern, you can start to pause and ask, is this really mine to solve? Step 2, understand what you're really trying to do. Often, the drive to fix isn't just about helping, it's about soothing your own discomfort. When someone you care about is upset, stressed, or making poor choices, it can trigger anxiety or helplessness in you. So you jump into action, not just to help them, but to calm yourself down. That doesn't make you a bad person, it makes you human. But understanding this dynamic is essential if you want to change it. So ask yourself, what emotion is driving my urge to fix this? What am I afraid will happen if I don't step in? What would it feel like to let them handle this on their own? This kind of self inquiry helps you create space between stimulus, someone has the problem, and response, you fixing it. That space is where your power lies. Step 3, learn to hold space and not to take over. One of the most powerful things you can do for someone is to simply hold space. That means being present, listening, and showing empathy without jumping in to fix things. It sounds simple, but if you're a chronic fixer, and I kind of fall into this category, this can feel incredibly hard. Try phrases like, that sounds really tough. What do you think you'll do? Or, I'm here for you. Do you want advice or do you just want someone to listen? Finally, I believe in you. You've got this. You can do this. These types of responses communicate support and confidence in the other person's ability to handle their own situation. They shift you out of rescuer role and into the role of compassionate supporter, which ultimately is far more empowering for everyone involved. Step 4, practice boundaries and self compassion. Learning to say no or not right now is a crucial part of stepping out of the fixer role. So is allowing others to experience the natural consequences of their actions, even if it's uncomfortable to watch. You are not responsible for other adults' emotions, choices, or outcomes. And this is so important, I'm going to say it again. Listen carefully. You are not responsible for other adults' emotions, choices, or outcomes. Start setting gentle but clear boundaries around your time, energy, and emotional bandwidth. This doesn't mean becoming cold and uncaring, so don't flip right to the other side. It means valuing your own well being enough to stop overextending yourself. And remember, you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to focus on your own needs, and you're allowed to stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. The wrap up. If you spent years trying to solve everyone else's problems, changing that habit won't happen overnight. But recognizing that you're doing it is the first and most powerful step. You do not have to fix, rescue, or overfunction to be worthy of love, connection, or respect. Your value is not tied to how useful you are to other people. That's a tough one. Instead of rushing in to save the day, try stepping back. Get curious about your own patterns. Practice sitting with the discomfort. Trust others to manage their own lives. You might be surprised at just how freeing that feels for both you and for them. And you might also be surprised quite how capable they really are. What next? If you have anything you'd like to add to today's video or any topics you'd like to see me cover in future, please leave them in the comment section below. I read and respond to everything. I really love interacting with you all. If you enjoyed this video, can I ask a huge favour, please? Please support this channel with a like, comment, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. It's completely free, and if you don't have a YouTube account, it takes seconds to set one up, and that's completely free too. You'll never get emails from me, YouTube, or anyone else, and it really does make a massive difference in helping me grow this channel. Finally, thank you to everybody who stays until the very end, and thank you so much for your support. It really means the absolute world to me. Thank you.